going YouTube, man? It's your boy J Smalls. I'm coming at y'all boys with another video, man. And today, as y'all can see, we're reacting to the Timberwolves are planning something big by AM Hoops. I'm pretty sure that's his channel name. Now, I know y'all heard about the KD and the Timberwolves speculations. I don't know how I feel about that. One thing I do know is that guy right behind Anthony Edwards is gone immediately. That's one thing I do know. But if you man clicking on this video, I truly do appreciate you for watching. You feel what I'm saying? Hopefully you're having a great and fantastic day. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my Lord Savior Jesus Christ for allowing me to be here, allowing y'all to be here, and just everything he's done for us. Truly, truly, thank you, Jesus Christ. But with all that being said, man, let's see what my dog talking about. So without further ado, let's give it up.
Edwards supposed to be the next face of the league. Kid's got a fun game and personality. The NBA needs this, but guess what?
They do.
It ain't gonna happen without a championship. And if there's one thing we just learned, the Timberwolves are miles away from the OKC Thunder. Oh, they may have both.
Nah, for real. Now, how do y'all think they would have did if they still had Cat? Do y'all think they still would have lost? I personally think they still would have lost regardless to the Thunder anyway. I thought they could win a ring, but I ain't lie, that's what I had winning, but I guess not, as we've seen.
But the Wolves were the JV team. Outside of one game, it wasn't even competitive. But the worst part, the Thunder will only get better from here. Younger, deeper, more talented, so the Wolves
I gotta put some respect on their name, bro. Shout out to Thunder, bro.
Comes through. Front office guy Tim Connolly built the champion Nuggets. Then he got to Minnesota, immediately traded for Rudy Gobert. Not good enough, dealt Karl Anthony Towns. So the point is, this guy is not afraid of making a big move no matter who goes out. The only untouchable is Ant. So what are they planning to do now? Well, before we get to that, it is so cool that Minnesota isn't just comfortable making the conference finals. And remember, this is a team that drafted Kevin Garnett in 1995. Had a decent run, but struggled more than anyone after trading him. After 07, they missed 16 of 17 playoffs.
If any fan endured this, yes, I'm talking to you, or if you did anything somewhat like this, 16 straight playoffs missed, 16 out of the 17. 16 out of the 17 years, y'all missed the playoffs 16 times, bro. I'm legit. I'm not even watching the NBA for my own team at that point. Either I can't be honest. Either I'm not, bro. That's 2 years less than me. I'm 18 years old. So you're telling me in that time span, there's only been 2 years that I've been alive that I've seen them make the playoffs? No, that's not happening. I ain't gonna lie. I'm either disbanding my team or I'm watching the NBA for somebody else, not for my team. This is disgusting right here. I'm calling it quits. Laying it down. I need something else, bro. This ain't gonna do it. This is low-key making the NBA far worse for me than it needs to be. Shout out to all the Timberwolves fans who held it down, though. I will give that to y'all. If y'all ever win a ring, bro, to all the loyal fans, shout out to y'all out there, bro. Y'all deserve it.
Get more basketball hell than that. So it would be easy to be like, yo, back-to-back conference finals? Yeah, let's just enjoy this. But no, they know how valuable having a superstar like Anthony Edwards is and don't want to waste him like they did KG. Eventually, dude gets fed up and leaves the team. So what can they do to finally get over the top? Well, the number one name that you're going to hear is Kevin Durant. All the Wolves tried for KD at the deadline. There was
Timberwolves intended to swing. I didn't even know
mutual
that.
interest. Ant and Durant are friends and looked up to KD as his basketball idol growing up. But here's the problem. For what they would have to give up for KD, does that really close the gap on OKC? Were they a Kevin Durant away from just beating the Thunder? And the Suns aren't going to give up KD for free.
It depends.
Other teams want him. We know series.
I feel like if they do try to get Kevin Durant, they're gonna have to like do a 3-team trade. Because if they try to do like I like one for one straight deal, they're probably gonna have to. Rudy Gobert's gonna have to be giving up maybe 2 firsts and shoot, maybe is Nas a free agent? I don't know. He might be a free agent. If not, he's getting traded, or DiVincenzo, or maybe they might even try to sneak a Jay McDaniels. But no, I don't think the Tim was that dumb. I don't know. I just know they're gonna have to give somebody valuable. I can't really think of who all on the Timberwolves as of right now. But maybe not worth if it's 1-on-1, depending on what they have to do.
Spurs, the Miami Heat, maybe even the New York Knicks potentially.
The Knicks, absolutely not.
How do the Wolves outbid
if he
those
goes to
teams?
Knicks, he's just wasting life.
I will tell you how. There is one player they would have to sacrifice for KD. We know about the Timberwolves draft picks. They can only trade number 17 in this year's draft on draft night only. Also, they've got one swap to deal in 2028. That is it. So
dang, they got no picks.
Other team for Durant, unless they include Jaden McDaniels. Jaden is one of the most valuable role players in the NBA.
All right, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm gonna be honest. For Kevin Durant, if I'm the Timberwolves, bro, and knowing I'm gonna have to give him some more stuff, low key, I'm pretty sure they include Rudy Gobert too. I'm not sure, but I'm not giving him Jaden McDaniels. I'm not saying Jaden McDaniels is valuable as KD or better than KD. That's not what I'm saying. But with the other stuff they're gonna have to give up, Kevin Durant is super nice at hoops, bro. It's very nice. He's top 15 for sure in the NBA. Don't get me wrong. But Jaden McDaniels is different. Jaden McDaniels and Anthony Edwards are the two players on the Timberwolves, bro, that cannot be touched at all for me. I love Jaden McDaniels, bro. He's a dog, bro. And it seemed like, obviously, you know, he's one of the, if not the best defender in the NBA, especially perimeter. My brother, it seemed like he be getting some bag work, too. He be getting buckets. He be doing this. He be doing that. He be doing it all. So I'm not even going to lie. Yes, I'm not trading this, man. Him and Ant-Man are off the table. If y'all want Jaden McDaniels, bro, nah, twin, I'm sorry, I can't do it. Unless it's for, like, obviously somebody, like, way different. Now, if it was KD, maybe, like, I'm not saying KD got worse. So I'm saying if it was KD, like, maybe 3 years ago, then okay. Probably. But KD's just old. Like, he's, like, what, 36, 37 or something? KD's still tough. He still could average, like, 25, 27 or something. But am I giving up Jaden McDaniels? No, he has to stay. I'll give anybody else, not Jaden McDaniels up. Y'all let me know. Am I tripping on that? I can't be.
And not no just because he is a legit 6'9", 3-and-D player at 24 years old.
Exactly. And he's 24. Yeah, he OC with it. Come on, bro. What are you talking about?
Friendly contract for years, which is 10 times more valuable in this second apron era. And you cannot give him all for a dude who's pushing 40 years old. So I am sorry.
But he's
Phoenix
not lying.
is just giving KD up for almost nothing. It is not going to happen. I don't care what ESPN keeps telling us. Forget about it. But there is one other name that people are not mentioning, and it's not Giannis. So you've got to look at what the Timberwolves desperately need. And remember, it was a huge gamble dealing Cat before last year coming off of conference finals. They wanted to get off his Supermax contract for financial reasons, getting Randall and Dante DiVincenzo. But
I forgot they got Julius Randle. I forgot all about him, bro.
Only one game over 500 in January. Remember when Randall and Gobert blew up at each other in Toronto? It was a mess. But after the All-Star break, they turned it around. Wolves went 17-4 down the stretch, climbing out of the play-in.
I didn't even know that. I knew they climbed out the play-in, though. That's why I do remember.
Then in the playoffs, they continued to dominate, beat the Lakers in 4 games in round 1, and took advantage of...
They didn't see they beat the Lakers in 5. LeBron, I'm not no LeBron anyway, you know what I'm saying? Now, LeBron's got swept before, but it was 5. Not 4, 5. Come on, bro.
Golden State without Steph also winning in 5 games.
Yeah, without Steph, I'm glad he mentioned
Julius Randle looked legendary. Dude scored 26 a night with 6 boards and 6 assists. Ant was clutch. Jaden, a two-way beast.
And then watch this drop off right here.
Once they faced a true healthy contender, they made the Thunder look like the 2017 KD Warriors. But why? Because OKC exposed 3 things about these Wolves. Number 1, no legit second scorer next to Anthony.
I thought Julius Randle was the move. I don't want to doubt him too early, but that whole series, bro, maybe besides 1 or 2 games, he was not giving Anthony Edwards no help. At all. Like, I don't even know what was going on, bro. I see Jaden McDaniels looking getting more buckets than Julius Randle. I don't even know how that's possible, bro. He went straight back to normal.
And yes, they had that in rounds 1 and 2, but in the biggest games, from Cat to now Julius Randle, Ant has never had a reliable number 2 in the biggest spots. So OKC could then key on Edwards and shut him down. So dude went uncharacteristically quiet in games 1, 4, and 5. And that's not...
I would give him that. And I feel like that's one thing certain people, especially people like non-hoopers or people who don't really pay attention, that's one thing, or casuals, I should say. That's one thing people need to understand. If you're a superstar like Minnesota going against a team like the Thunder who have great defense, great team defense, great chemistry and all that, if they know you're not going to have, there's not another player on that team that is not stepping up or will not step up and help score the main score or the main option to where they can just key in on the main option, as in this case is Anthony Edwards, it's free game from there. It's barbecue chicken. They contain Anthony Edwards. What they did is ball game because nobody else is going to get buckets, as we've seen. All the games he had 18, 16, 19, bro. It was pretty clear who's going to win. But, you know, even he did win, I think, game 3. Game 2, he had 32. They still lost. But, I mean, hey, that's what happens with life. But that's what any superstar, bro. People got to understand, that's what makes what LeBron did so immaculate, bro. My brother did all of that with no help. He owned a whole conference with no help. With that whole year with Kyrie, he still made it to the finals, bro. I'll see some of the players, they had good moments. I'm not saying like he just straight up did literally every single thing, but he low-key did every single thing, though, for being honest. And now people try to criticize the Ant-Man, and they try to compare him like, where is he at? I kind of understand it, bro. It's kind of hard for him to do that. Now, he is only, 23, 24, so he still has super mad time, and he's young. Most players when they're this age are not doing any of this regardless. But y'all just got to keep that in mind, bro. Put yourself in his shoes, bro, and just think. Julius Randle, my second option, is not doing nothing. He's currently not playing good. Now they're zeroing in on me, bringing in all the help, game plan around me. Now is super tough. I mean, hey.
His fault. Ant needs consistent help. Like with Randall in the series, they had a 101.9 offensive rating. Yo, the dead last Washington Wizards were better on offense this year.
Okay, hold on. I did not know it was that bad now. Y'all worse than the Wizards, bro? The Wizards are disgusting. I'm pretty sure the Wizards, they even sell like half of the... Never mind.
Problem. Now, number 2 was a lack of ball handling. Ant was double teamed a lot all year, including in the playoffs.
They got 40-year-old Mike Conley.
Organizing the offense.
That's about it.
He is so far past his prime at 37. They need somebody to take pressure off Ant. Is so far past his prime at 37.
Bro,
they need somebody to take pressure off Ant to truly unleash him as a scorer. We know Rob Dillingham is years away from that at the highest levels. So a major...
No, he's not. No disrespect, Rob. Rob could make some effective minutes if they actually gave him a chance and kept him playing, bro. Don't disrespect Robert like that, all right? We're not taking the Robert.
And exposed number 3 was they need for clutch performers. And this one is hard to describe, but the Wolves basically look like they quit in Game 5 against OKC, down by like 30 points.
I would too. We down by 30. Give it up, bro. Ball game over.
People don't remember against Dallas. Game 5,
they lost to Dallas
the
too?
entire season, and they were down by...
The same thing happened last year. Y'all got blown out in Game 5 again. Yo. What are y'all doing? Game 5 is just a game of just straight doom. It's doomsday for all the Timberwolves fans, bro. If y'all down 3-1 going into Game 5, bro, just know y'all not just gonna lose. Y'all not barely gonna lose. Y'all finna get blown out. The game finna be over in the second quarter, bro. Just know that.
30-plus points. How does that happen back-to-back years? Well, Karl Anthony Towns was the scapegoat last offseason, so who is it now? Well, the first 3 names to mention are potential free agents. Julius Randle, Naz Reid, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Naz Reid comes to the Warriors, so don't even mind
that all 3 will not come back for financial reasons. But who's that going to be? Well, Naz and Julius Randle each have a player option, so it's up to them. That means that they can opt out and become a free agent. But only one team has serious cap space this offseason.
Julius Randle's kind of iffy, bro. I don't know if he's going to come back.
So unless the Nets are about to break the bank for Randle or Naz Reid, I will bet that both of them opt in to the final year to be a free agent next summer, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker is gone. But the good...
Naz Reid wants to come to Warriors. He wants to start. He wants to win the ring, bro. All right? He's not opting nowhere. Now, if any one of them two went to the Nets, bro, I don't care if they're paying me $1 billion. I'm not playing for the Brooklyn Nets organization. That's one thing about me as an NBA player. I don't care about money like that. I'm not going to a franchise that I know I'm just wasting my time. I would never go to the Nets. I would never go to the Hornets. I would never go to the Wizards. No diss at all. I'm never going to the Kings. I mess with the Kings fan base and all that. I ain't gonna lie. They're not as bad as the others. I'm not even gonna say the Kings actually. I'm never going to the Jazz. 100%. I'm never going to the Jazz. And if there's some more teams I just can't think right now. Dog, I refuse. I don't care if I get drafted there. I'm forcing my way out one way or another. I'm talking about, I'm calling the coach. I need a trade immediately, bro. I'm sorry. This is not happening. If I'm first pick and I see the Hornets, bro, my career is getting cooked. Look at LaMelo Ball. Look at all the top picks that the Hornets got, bro. They legit have, they can't do nothing. What they be saying? It's like they're stuck in the Matrix. The mate. Bro. That's funny, bro. No, absolutely. Let me know what y'all think. Or if they throw y'all that bag, like a $300 million bag, y'all just gonna go there for the money and that's it. Y'all just don't care about the rings. I ain't like that, bro. Forget the money. I'm not going there. Unless Jesus Christ himself told me to go there, I ain't going. All right, straight like that.
News is Minnesota is then under the second apron and able to make trades. So who is out there to get? Well, one name to watch is Derek White. Boston needs to get cheaper, and White could be amazing next to Ant.
I can't even imagine
key
that,
to both the Spurs
White
and the Seas, and he won a gold medal in Paris next to Edwards. Plus, he improves their basketball IQ, adds ball handling, and instant offense. But he's not a big name. So what about Darius Garland? Well, plugged-in Cavs reporter Chris Fedor says the only untouchables in Cleveland right now are Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley.
Not Darius Garland? No, I mean, I don't know how I feel, bro. I can't remember how good he played in the playoffs. Now I know he was hurt, and he probably still was hurt even when he started playing, bro. Back. And I forgot how good he did last year, bro. Cavs fans, y'all or somebody, please let me know. Is that even worthy of doing?
He is a talented, true point guard who drops over 20 a night. Plus, the Cavs have the same problem as Minnesota did last year. Fell short in the playoffs, are super expensive. So like Cat, Cleveland needs to get off a big salary. But what would it take? Well, assuming that Randall opts in, then maybe the Wolves get Darius Garland, the Cavs get Julius Randle, that 2028 swap, and a 2029 second.
Now, I don't know how I'm feeling with that. Jared Allen's going to have to go.
And the Hawks get Dante DiVincenzo and a number 17 pick thrown in just to make this whole thing work. But why would Cleveland ever do that? Well, they probably won't without Jaden McDaniels. But in this scenario, they do it. Basically to get under the second apron, and also they get Julius, who isn't nothing. He can play small forward with some defense, and the Cavs could add somebody to play point guard like a Dennis Schroeder to replace Garland. Now, I know that's a stretch, but a
Dennis Schroeder, I almost said Dennis Schroeder,
is much more likely effective and smart.
No, they need Kevin Durant. They're not winning unless they get KD. Well, there's no shot they're getting Giannis. KD is their best option. Without Kevin Durant, they're not winning. I mean, I don't think they're going with KD, but that's the best option. Forget this.
Kevin Durant.
I mean, this is good trading too.
The entire offseason in the NBA is going to run through San Antonio. We know that the Spurs are on both KD and Giannis, but what about Victor Wembanyama? Dude had another legitimate growth spurt. And many people thought that this video was clickbait, but then they eventually went to comment, damn, this
I might react to this, bro. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to react to this, bro, down below. I was thinking about it low-key yesterday when I was looking at videos to react to. Or, matter of fact, if you stay this long, y'all just let me know. Just drop any video y'all would want me to react to, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just let me know down below in the comments. But if you did stay this long, I truly do love y'all boys, and I appreciate you for watching. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, you can have a blessed day. Jesus' name, without further ado, man. I'm about to see y'all young boys. And then the next one, man. KD to the Timberwolves? Let me know what y'all think. Yeah.